Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest and greatest community in the year. I messed up my whole intro. That threw me off because I saw something on the screen. Can I start over? Let's start over. You guys, pretend like I didn't say anything, okay? You will notice I'm wearing a green shirt today. There's a reason for that. We told you so! Welcome to the I Told You So show. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, and I know you do because I know you're watching the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. These days, about 3/4 of our viewers are subscribers, which means we could pretty much almost get to 1.5 million overnight if just everybody that watched the channel subscribed to the channel. Every single day, we come to you live at 11:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you guys know. Today is Wednesday, August 11th, 2021, and man, what a day it is. We're seeing crypto popping up roses everywhere, except roses are red, cryptos are green. That doesn't rhyme, but, you know, it is what it is. So here's the thing, guys. We got some really incredible stuff to look at today with Cardano, with XRP. XRP Army, where you at? Where's my XRP people? Yeah. Let me know.
Where are you at? $1, right?
I don't know where it's at right now, but I know it's over 90 cents. It's getting close to $1 for sure.
Yep, 94.
94. Boom. How about that, guys? Do you guys remember? I'm just saying, do you remember all the people that said, "Oh, BitBoy, he's just a member. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's." Oh, this is one that pissed me off the most. You want to hear this one? BitBoy's only telling you the prices are going up because he's going to sell you his bags, and because he wants the clicks, he wants you to watch his videos. So he's telling you that even though it's down at 29,000, that it's going to go up. SOBs. That's what I got to say. I'd like to say it, but I won't. Hey. Who's winning now? Who's winning now? Who's the liar, pants on fire now? Okay? Crypto is here. The bull run 2.0 is here. We are seeing Bitcoin going a little sideways, going up and sideways a little bit, but the altcoins are pumping. XRP Army, ADA Gang. What do they call it, Cardano people?
I like ADA Gang.
ADA Gang? I like ADA Gang pretty good. Where's my ADA Gang? Where's my ETH Gang? XRP Army. We're all crushing it right now. And meanwhile, all of the people, all of the haters, all of the people who said the prices weren't coming back, and what about this one? Oh, it's going down to $9,000. What about that? What about those people? Where are they at? Cat got your tongue, huh? So, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Today is another episode of the I Told You So show. Very excited when we get to come on here and tell you how right that we were. We got 1.17 million subscribers on YouTube. Thank you for that. Guys, we got 481.6K followers on Twitter, and we need every single one of you to go on Twitter and follow us here because you guys know we get attacked extensively on Twitter. We get misportrayed, and the BitSquad, our crew here, you guys go out and you fight those battles so I don't have to, because you know what we're about. You know what we stand for on this channel. We love God. We love our family. We love Bitcoin. We love America. That's what we love. We love Ethereum. We love XRP. We love Cardano. We love things that bring us joy. And you got a lot of people out there that are negative Nancy's, okay? My mom's name is Cindy, and she asked if my Sour Cindy reference was against her, and I had to tell her, Mom, no, it's not.
She's the furthest thing from
furthest thing from a sour. She's the opposite. She's as
sweet as it gets.
She's a sweet Cindy.
Yeah.
You know? So negative Nancy coming after you for sure. Definitely not a negative Naomi.
No,
definitely not negative Naomi. But guys, so make sure you're following us on Twitter. You get access to our contest here. Speaking of contests, we found out there might be a problem with our link here for this Caleb and Brown contest. So TJ, if you could drop the link in the chat and pin it. We're giving away $5,000 courtesy of Caleb and Brown. It's an OTC trading platform. If you run into problems where you want to put money into crypto, and my dad told me know somebody that wants to put 20 or 25K into XRP, but he can't because the bank will only let him do $1,000 a day. Something I know all about for sure. Eddie Parrott's mom's name is Cindy also. Cindy Parrott. How about that? But the fact is, if you want to be able to put in $10 or $5 or $20,000 at one time, Caleb and Brown's a great resource for you. So you can put in $2,000 minimum is what they do there, and it's OTC. So if you guys want to check out that link that's at the top, go sign up for Caleb and Brown. Get yourself an account, and you will be entered to win $5,000. We're going to give it away, I think, Monday. So, okay. Well, they may have to pick it. I can't promise it's going to be Monday. We're going to, stop the contest on Monday. So we'll remind you of this every day. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, 255K. All right, let's go. Here we go. Look at this, guys. I hate to tell you, but crypto has gone to zero. We started out, really excited on the stream. We were going to be talking about all the prices going up, but here we have CoinMarketCap. We have zero cryptos now.
Oh, no.
The market cap is $0. 24-hour volume, no dollars. Bitcoin dominance has dropped tremendously to 0.0%.
But how many Paraguays is that?
An infinite amount of Paraguays, right? Is that right? No, what's the opposite of an infinite? Negative infinity.
A black hole.
Answer. A black hole. See if we can refresh. Let's see if we can get. Here we go. Numbers are back, baby. Numbers are back. Market cap, $1.93 trillion, 24-hour volume, 120 billion. I'm trying not to get excited, but I'm looking at these numbers and, whoo, it reminds you of the good old days a few months ago, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Oh, man, I was just thinking, I had this thing what if Bitcoin did rip up to 300K? Be nuts. It'd be nuts. I don't think it's going to happen. I no longer think that's going to happen. But 100 to 120K, and I can feel the excitement building. You guys feel it? You guys feel the excitement? Ryan Hanna said, nothing to say, just stay hyped. What was that other super chat above that? The Kryptonian says, the I Told You So show. Dang right, with some shades on. Where are my shades at? I wish I had my shades on right now. Thank you, Air to the Ron. I like that super chat, too. Bitcoin dominance coming at 45%. 33 Paraguays. Yeah, that's right. 33 Paraguays coming in. That will get you an ETH transaction. Sorry, I'm a little nervous today.
Oh, yeah? Why are you nervous?
My wife is watching the live stream today.
Ooh.
She's in the studio.
Well, she watches every day, but
she does watch every day.
Now she's actually here.
Yeah. And ladies, just so you know, when you make the comments about me, she goes and stalks you. Just so you know. Just so you know. You show up to the meetup, she already knows who you are. That literally happened.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. What a stalker. My wife is a stalker. She stalked me a lot to get me, obviously. Okay, we got Bitcoin coming in $46,639, and it feels a little stronger than the last time we were at 46,000. Ethereum, 3256. I mean, that's a high, right? I mean, what was the high here for Ethereum in the last couple of days? I think it bucked right up against 32. I tell you what, CoinMarketCap's struggling right now.
It is.
It's having problems. That's a good sign.
Yeah. It means everybody in the world is trying to check prices right now.
Binance Coin almost back to $400. Cardano, $1.87. XRP, 94 cents. Dogecoin having a big pump today. Up 27 cents. USD coin at $1, which is amazing because they don't even have dollars behind that now, I hear. Polkadot up 5.8%. See what the biggest pumper in the top 100 is here. IOTX. IOTX. This is a project. Did I do a review with them one time, maybe? I don't know if I did. I can't get any of these pages to pull up, so pretty interesting. I think this is, I would assume this is obviously an Internet of Things project. I can't remember exactly what I did, but look at that pump. Hey, this is altcoin season.
Yep.
This is altcoin season right here. 182.3% gain overnight. Do you remember seeing anything this big?
What?
Like in the last few months? Like not the bear part, but before that?
With 150% pump?
Overnight? 182% pump.
Yeah, no.
It might have happened a handful of times.
Yeah, with some micro caps and stuff like that.
Well, I'm talking about the top 100 here that we look at on CoinMarketCap.
No, there's not a... No, I don't remember.
I don't think so. Not in a day. This might be the biggest gain in top 100 in a long time. Somebody could point out if that's true or not.
Can you say...
NVIDIA. Yes, I can say NVIDIA. NVIDIA.
Every day.
I don't know why they want me to say NVIDIA. It's just, it's funny. If you would have never filled me in on how it's supposed to be pronounced,
you would have just said it for
you would ask me every day. I said, NVIDIA. NVIDIA. And I'd be clueless about it. I'd see in the comments. Okay, we got Holochain, Ravencoin still raging, BitTorrent raging, Cardano up 20%, Polygon up 20%, Helium up 20%, Sushi up 20%. Feeling bullish, feeling bullish. Is BitTorrent legit? That's a question. Oh, but we'll say it for the AMA. But yeah, BitTorrent's legit. Okay. Tron owns it, but they still kept a lot of their original teams. So, Osmosis.
Yeah, I'll look at that. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, we got stuff to say about them soon. Synthetics up 13%. This one we don't own anymore, which I'm very sad about. Do you think we should buy some of that? Just so disappointed by I just feel like with all the regulation stuff, I just feel like the wind has been sucked out of the sails of that whole kind of decentralized protocol market.
I feel like they've kind of come out and put the hammer down to say they're going to make that very difficult to tokenize stocks, more or less.
Yeah. Someone says paid pump or bin. Who's paying me today? If you could, let me know in the comments. Let me know. IOTX? IOTEX? Don't you know how to pronounce it? Maybe they slid me a 20 under the door to talk about it. You idiot. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Next one.
All right.
Questions. Let's go.
Let's go.
You got questions? I got answers.
All right. Let's see what we got. We know you don't do necessarily direct price predictions, but any thoughts on Theta's price for the top of this bull run?
Yeah, sure. I can make some opinions on that. I don't think we did an updated one necessarily. You guys got to remember when we do, I may have said one at some point when we make those videos, but I can't remember if we did or not. So just looking at the numbers here, because I can't recall, I would say, I mean, Theta to $50 seems pretty doable for sure. I would say $50 to $75 by the peak of this run. And then, I think Theta will be a solid top 10 project in the next few. Now, if you just throw the stable coins out, like get rid of the stable coins in the top 10, Theta will definitely be up in that range.
Perfect. Great energy today. Come on, chaps. What is the price of ADA and XRP going to be at the end of this bull run?
Well, I think XRP $12 to $15, I believe. I think ADA, I've said $8, 8 to 10, could go up to 10, very possibly.
It's Z-Boss with the super chat. Do you trade on Ledger live swaps or on exchanges? BitBoy making the BitSquad rich.
Wow, that's right. That's why you can't really put this community down.
That's right.
This community has made so much money during this run, and we're gonna make so much more as it continues on. Of course, none of it's financial advice, but
Matt
money.
At the gym, when I was talking to him the other day, he's like, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been listening to what you guys are saying. You've been making me some money. So I'm just going to keep doing that.
Look, here's what gets some people like been out of shape. And they look at like, one YouTuber or one influencer may call one coin and that coin goes up really big. And everybody's like, well, you didn't make as much as that guy did on that one coin, blah, blah, blah. Look at all the advice we've given you for multiple years on this channel. If you would have been listening to me since the first day I made a video, even though I was terrible at what I did back then, you would be where I'm at, for sure. And some of you are probably beyond where I'm at this point. Yeah. Just had more money to start with. So you can't shun this community. It is what it is. The question, though, is Ledger live swaps. I haven't actually used that. Yeah. I still use, decentralized and centralized exchanges.
There you go. Do you predict a slight pullback for XRP, or will it continue to slowly pump up to all-time highs?
Well, I mean, we're always going to have pullbacks. We are entering a parabolic time in the cycle, I believe, to where the pullbacks will be fewer and far between, and the dips will be less and less and less. There are many people out there that are saying that they're just sitting. They're sitting on the sidelines now. They're waiting for the bear market. There are already some people now who are saying, I'm waiting on the bear market. I don't think that's a great strategy right now. But we're not too far away from that, to be honest with you. I mean, within the next quarter of a year for sure. So we'll have to see what happens there. But I think that XRP, we're going to talk about some of the stuff they're doing around the world today. Not doing a lot of stuff in the U.S. While we still have this lawsuit lingering, but that's going to probably be over soon, maybe sooner rather than later. What we might be seeing, and I know this because we saw a lot of XRP transfers. I can never remember how many times I mentioned these transfers. Yeah. Just yesterday, I think I mentioned it.
You did.
We saw a lot of XRP transfers going on. I told you they were coming before it happened. Boom, you see the explosion. You see what happened today. There are a lot of insiders who are accumulating XRP right now. Insiders, because they know what's coming. Okay.
Yeah, and we're getting a lot of questions along that same line about taking profits on the way up on this bull run.
Yep.
Somebody just asked, once altcoin season is over, do you think NFT and gaming coins will be affected?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, when bear market, I do believe that DeFi, NFT, and gaming coins, I believe those are the three niches that will probably overall have a better go at it in the bear market.
Yeah.
Like maybe instead of dropping 95%, maybe they drop 65%. Right. Maybe they drop 70%. Maybe it's only 50. But I do think that what you see in the bear market, you got to keep in mind, is right now when everybody's making money, and a few months ago when everybody's making money, projects coming out left and right, oversaturation everywhere. In the bear market, a lot of those projects will die because they don't have the attention. There won't be as much attention. So I do believe they will have a better go of it, but I do believe they will ultimately, there will be much better buying opportunities for those coins.
And at which price or time will you start taking profits on ADA, XRP, and ETH?
For ETH, I don't know. What do you think? 7K?
Yeah, to me,
that's the number that came to my head first, 7K.
7K. Yeah, that sounds about right. And a lot of times in our conversations, it's not as much about the price as it is the price relative to where we feel like we are in the bull run. So if we get to 7K real quick, like we feel like, because somebody else also asked when we think it's going to top out, like when we're going to start heading back towards the bear market, which you've said several times, September, October, potentially maybe some altcoins run into November or something like that. So if we're in, say, October and Ethereum's topping out, I think whether it's 7K, 9K, 10K, it's more about the timeline than it is the price point.
Absolutely. And its relationship to Bitcoin. So
correct.
If Bitcoin, now if Ethereum passes Bitcoin in market cap, we could say all bets are off. Like then we'll see something uncharted we've never seen before. We don't have anything to compare it to. We'll have to see what happens. I do believe we have a great chance of seeing that by the end of this run. Okay. If that doesn't happen or doesn't even get close, let's say, the number for Bitcoin is between 100 and 120K. So for Bitcoin, we talked about starting taking profits around $90,000 or so. Okay, because you never want to get sucked into the same window everybody's trying to get into, So when you're thinking about that, if Bitcoin is at 70K and Ethereum's at $7,000, I'm going to feel much better about it breaking 10K and taking profits in the $9,000 to $10,000 range. But if Bitcoin's at 110,000 and then it drops and Ethereum goes up to 7K, then I'm going to feel like I probably need to get out. If that makes sense.
It does. Bobby Dials, do we cash out profits or convert to stable coins? Some of both.
It depends on what your goals are. I mean, if you have enough money, you don't need money for the bear market, then there's no problem with you, taking the, using stable coins and staking it and making returns on that. However, if you're like trying to pay off loans or you're trying to buy a house or you're trying to, buy a STO Lamborghini, in that case, got new pictures in Lamborghini today, by the way.
Nice.
Killer. They said it looks like a transformer.
Oh, perfect.
They said, is it a Lamborghini dealership? They say they're around these every day. And this one, the STO, it blows them all away. So I'm super excited about it. But anyways, if you need to cash out a Lamborghini, cash out a Lamborghini, But, the important thing is that you're taking the profits out of the coins as they go up. So really cash or stable coins is not too big of a difference, honestly.
And recently bought some AMP based on Ben's Amazon tip. Should I move? And then I assume got profits after that. Should I move that to something like Cardano or XRP to take advantage of those profits until AMP starts to move again, or just HODL?
I'd say do you have XRP? I mean, do you have Cardano? If you have some of those already, and AMP is just a piece of your portfolio, I'd say keep it in that. If you only have AMP or you got AMP and Bitcoin, then, it would probably be okay to move some of that stuff over to other things.
And that's all we have for the questions. The super chat from Ryan. DraftKings new NFT marketplace is sick, to be honest. Future of fantasy football.
Yeah. Well, we may have a fantasy crypto game coming soon. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like DraftKings, but you pick which cryptos you think are going to perform the best. I don't know. It's just rumors I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Internally inside of our office.
Little birdies.
Little birdie. Look, Charles ain't the only one. Well, Eric Carlson said thoughts on Atom. I do want to say we're doing a big interview with NASDAQ. NASDAQ TV with Cosmos, with Adam. So we're actually going to start probably doing some stuff with them going forward. We've been big fans of them for a long time. We mentioned it several times on the channel. So right now we got about 12,000 viewers and 2,576 likes. I know today we can get 8,000 likes.
Yeah.
Easily. It's an easy 8,000 like day.
Yeah.
Easy 8,000 like day.
Hard to say, easy to do.
It is very difficult to say. I have a hard time talking. God, if I had to do this for a living, no
Watch
way.
out.
Not a chance. Yeah, not a chance. My wife laughed at that.
Stick to your day job.
Okay. Okay, listen. Let's get back to the show here because I looked at my. I can't remember what I was talking about.
We're done with the Q&A. We're gonna move to the charts.
What do we do after this?
Charts.
How do I do that?
You go to you look at your computer. I'm gonna switch this button over here so we can see it.
Okay.
And we're gonna watch big green candles now.
Oh, there they are. Boom.
Boom.
Wow.
Everybody's happy.
Thanks for reminding me. I got all lightheaded and woozy.
Yeah,
okay. All right, guys. We are looking right now at Bitcoin. And you guys can see we're getting thicker into the money flow. This thing is really just starting to tick up, as you can see down here on Market Cipher. And what I'm talking about, just so you guys know, right here, this is now green. You can also see it at the bottom. Can they see the bottom of the chart? Yeah. You can also look at the bottom and see where it goes into red and green with the money flow as well. So this is a very positive thing. You look up here, we're dancing on the top of the EMA ribbon. This is fantastic news. When it comes to Bitcoin, obviously, this is what we were seeing before. If you go back to when we were really bullish, the most bullish times on these runs up, we were bouncing right off the top. And I got to say, looking at this, it looks like this right here is lining up so much like, these big moves here. This move right here kind of looks similar to what we're seeing right now at this moment. So very interesting stuff. But I think that Bitcoin's not the only chart, we should be looking at right here, right now, is we also have Ethereum doing the same thing. Ethereum is looking so bullish. And you look at the money flow here on Ethereum, it is so much thicker than it is with Bitcoin right now. And this, of course, on the daily chart. I like the daily chart because it, gives you what I believe to be the most reliable information. We are right now at the highest point we've been at since the day of the crash, which, we've almost recovered the entire, not the entire crash, but you were here. You remember the morning crash. Does everybody remember the morning crash? Yeah. The day that we were like, where is this going to thing stop? Yeah. Or where's this thing going to stop? And obviously it's this day right here. This red candle that went all the way down there. We've almost recovered all of those gains at this point, or all those losses. That would have been on May 19th, I believe was that day. It's etched in my memory forever, unfortunately. And I want to know about your portfolios. I want to know everybody's portfolio. Has your portfolio recovered? Because we're up to, I think, probably about 85% of the high of our portfolio. Yeah. Somewhere around there. So I want to know from you guys, has your portfolio recovered? Did you see Crypto Dog on Twitter said like a week ago his portfolio was back at an all-time high? How? Yeah. How? I don't know what it must be, some private sales or something.
Well, and he gets in some pretty deep alts too. Or he has.
We love Crypto Dog. We have no problems with Crypto Dog.
No, he's great.
Yeah, we love.
I heard he was back in the U.S. not that long ago.
Oh, really?
Back in California or Texas or something.
Well, how about that? You just doxed him.
Well, it was on Twitter.
What are the leash laws there?
Okay. They're pretty strict.
So what is it? Recovered? Still down 5K? Still down 40K? Recovered enough to quit my job? LOL. Nearly recovered. So most of you guys are seeing kind of what we're seeing. You're getting there. You're almost back to where you were. That's when it's going to get real exciting.
It is.
When we're looking at new highs. Yeah. Whew. Well, I'm getting so excited just thinking about it today.
So speaking of new highs, Ethereum's just marching right along back towards its all-time high. It was like 40, was it 4,400 approximately?
44. Yeah, 44.
So we're 1,200 away from breaking that all-time high.
Let's see what kind of move that is from right now to the all-time high. It's a 35% move. 35% move.
So how long do we think that'll take?
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it's hard to say for sure, but it would not shock me at all if by the end of August we're at new all-time highs.
Yeah.
It won't shock me if we're there within 2 weeks, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at a lot. BitBoy changed my life forever. Well, Vladimir, glad we helped you. The BitSquad community, we changed it forever. I like that. Almost most people I'm saying are between, or I'm seeing here, between 80 to 90% of their portfolio recovered. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Charles P360 says he stopped. Well, he says stropped, but I think he meant stopped working at McDonald's again. So congratulations. He had to go get a job at McDonald's when the price went down. Ryan Neal says thoughts on VET. We love VeChain. We love VeChain for sure. Here is a chart, another chart while we're looking at these kinds of things. Total crypto exchange volume is on pace to reach $16 trillion this year, up more than 8-fold from last year.
Wow.
So let's put that into perspective. Here's the volume from last year. Here's the volume from all the major FANG stocks. That is Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. So it's actually, crypto is about, 25% bigger than this right here. So that's pretty interesting when you look at it and you really think. So Alex and 6 on Twitch, thank you to all our Twitch and Theta and TikTok viewers, along with YouTube, says, I was new to crypto in late February and can gladly say you've opened my eyes and changed my life. Thank you, Ben.
And TJ.
And TJ. Yeah. Wow. It's amazing how much credit you get on this channel.
Is it?
It is. It is amazing, I think. So, did we get any applications? Did we create the TJ dating?
No. We can, though.
We can.
What, you wanted it to be like love TJ at bitboycrypto.com?
TJ's love.
TJ's love.
At bitboycrypto.com.
Like
TJS.
Love.
Love.
Okay.
At bitboycrypto.com. And we will take resumes and applications if you would like to be TJ's next lady friend.
Okay.
Lady friend. It's a very important. You
Yeah.
will never replace me.
Yeah, that's right.
It's whatever we are. Dude, should we have the DTR talk?
No, I think it's better this way.
It is better this way. I agree. That's what they always say. Okay. All right, let's move on. Cardano. Let's talk about Cardano. Can I do a Digibyte video? Oh, so many people are asking about this. We'll get Nick on that. We'll do a Digibyte video maybe next week where we'll spill the tea. I love to spill the tea. Okay. Cardano price rallies to 2-month high as Alonzo anticipation builds. And I've always said this about Cardano. I've always said this. I look, Charles says, he claims, I'm not calling the man a liar, okay? I would not want to face those fists of fury.
No.
But he says that, it's all just the delays or this or that. It's a long roadmap, blah, blah, blah. I've always said, it seems like to me, he knows how to work these updates and these announcements to where they coincide with the best possible time they can be coming up. That's why nothing launched for Cardano in the bear market.
Yeah.
Everything launched in the bull market. Now we're seeing these smart contracts. When are they going to launch? We're going to get the announcement today of when the date is, I believe. Is that correct?
I believe so.
We are getting that date today. But it's going to be weird how it's going to seem to come right at the time as the altcoin season is popping off. Do you think there's some truth to any of that, TJ?
That he times or attempts to time up some of these releases with bullish momentum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is. I think it's very hard to prove, so it's very easy for him to influence it in that direction. I don't know how, like, if you could directly control it, but he could definitely heavily influence it. And why, like, the incentive is very great for him to do that, so why wouldn't he?
Oh, he's announcing it on Friday. I do that. Somebody said, watch out for DZ. We might become a thruple.
Yeah, somebody made a little rhyme right at the beginning about all of us.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Like something about roses are red, violets are blue.
Well, you
Ben.
find it while I'm looking for this.
It was like we love Ben, but we want DZ and TJ too, or something like
Someone said, did Ben just throw TJ some kisses? No, that's my wife.
No.
My wife is on this side. TJ's on this side. Okay. I send kisses this way. And then over here, a little more awkward, like,
oh boy. No. Sorry, my
like that?
volumes though. I'm just not talking.
Are we gonna clip that? Yeah, sure. That's horrible. That's horrible. Has anybody ever seen the American Horror Story billboard by LAX that they recently put up? It's like an alien and a human tongue kissing. My kids were like, "What is that, Daddy?"
Oh boy.
It's like, kids, we don't talk about that.
Welcome to California.
Scary stuff. ADA's price increased 12% in 24 hours as Charles Hoskinson teased the arrival date for smart contracts. $600 million protocol hack, the advance of bearish crypto bill in Congress, and a $100 million regulatory sentiment by BitMEX have done nothing to dampen enthusiasm for crypto buyers. That BitMEX settlement, by the way, along with the Poloniex settlement, those are incredibly bullish for the future of crypto, honestly. BitMEX got hit with a $100 million fine. That's nothing to them. Poloniex, $10 million fine. Nothing to them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say they make $100 million overnight, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Case in point, Cardano, an announcement of the announcement, stealing a note from Justin Sun's book. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson said today he expects to reveal the date on which smart contracts will be released on the Cardano mainnet. We'll be able to announce when the Alonzo hard fork is going to happen. And at that point, you'll be able to run smart contracts on Cardano. Told people on Periscope, what do you think about its microphone stand?
Yeah, it's interesting. Is that a lobster?
Yeah, it is a lobster, I believe. I believe that's a lobster.
I love it.
What is the lobster tie-in?
I don't know.
I like lobster. You know what's not great, though? Hibachi lobster.
Nope.
It's terrible. I love lobster. Hibachi lobster? Meh, don't try.
It's probably too dry, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hoskinson said the hard fork would occur before the Cardano Summit, currently scheduled for next month. Cardano has gradually added functions since it went live in 2017. Alonzo fork will be one of the most consequential upgrades. We've talked the Alonzo hard fork to death, but one of the important things here is it's going to facilitate the introduction of DeFi protocols, allowing people to lend, borrow, and trade without any intermediaries, which is exactly what Gary Gensler, Lizard Man himself, and Janet, we got a new name, by the way, Janet the Felon Yellen.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Janet the Felon Yellen, because she is a criminal. She's graduated to criminal status. Apparently, that's what they're wanting to go after. DeFi protocols. Why? What, guys? Did you not have this game figured out yet?
Yeah.
Do you not know that like talking about banks being bad is not a meme? It's a real thing, and these are really the worst people on earth, literally. Janet Yellen, Elizabeth Warren, the banking broad, Janet Felon Yellen, and then you got Gary the Lizard Man Gensler. They are all conspiring to work for the banks. Remember, Gary Gensler, where do you work? I believe it's Goldman Sachs. Now, you definitely work for a big bank. I think it was Goldman Sachs. And, they're conspiring together. They want to come after DeFi. Well, Cardano now is opening up some DeFi. Once these smart contracts come out, so it's going to be really huge stuff. We have another story here. Charles Hoskinson to announce date of Cardano smart contract launch this week. So I think it is on Friday. It is, in fact. It says the date of Cardano's much anticipated smart contract launch is going to be revealed this Friday, and it's got to be in September, right? Because October 1st is the deadline for that big prediction market, right? They said by October 1st.
Right.
So I bet it's going to be September 30th. I bet he's going to troll them.
That's fine. And
that's my prediction, September 30th.
Okay. And Gary Gensler did work for Goldman Sachs. He was a partner in the mergers and acquisitions department. Basically helped them take over things.
Just imagine how these lizards slink around, chameleons, if you will. Oh, God, I hate these people. Crypto billionaire adds it will be a very achievable date. And they do say he is a billionaire here in this article. I guess maybe that's because of the Cardano price. The last I saw, he was worth $600 million, according to, whatever Google says. But that's not always right. I mean, they had my net worth at 5,000 for a long time. And somebody sent me a screenshot. Now they have my net worth at 1.6 billion.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere. It was like maybe it's not 1, it was 1 point something billion. I was like, I wish.
From 5,000 to a billion.
Yeah, 5,000 to a billion.
That's
in
quite
3
the
months.
leap.
Amazing. Yeah. So not true. I'm not a billionaire yet. But one day we will be, for sure.
Yep.
September 25th is National Lobster Day. So that's the day predicted that it will happen on. So let's go. Let's talk about XRP. We got a lot of XRP deals here. We just have one update. Okay. XRP lawsuit. So you may remember that yesterday we talked about Ripple filed for an extension. And this all has to do over communication on Slack. Well, as usual, Judge Netburn has granted Ripple's 2 business days extension plea regarding the Slack communication dispute with the SEC. And this will be by August 16th. So that's next week. SEC's emergency motion to retrieve Slack. SEC had filed an emergency motion. Basically, what they want to do is they want to find out if any of their employees thought that maybe Ripple or maybe XRP was a security. SEC's put forward a list of 11 Ripple witnesses. I mean, this is going to be bigger than the OJ trial, am I right? If the coin don't fit, you must acquit. Oh, if the Howey test don't fit, you must acquit. That's what they should say right there. Incomplete Slack records. Plaintiff argues that Ripple's Slack conversations hold highly relevant communications. They want to produce responsive messages from 22 out of 33 of its email custodians. SEC has also highlighted that the demanded data includes conversations of the individual respondent, Garlinghouse, Brad Garlinghouse, along with messages among all designated custodians of the company. So let's see. Yeah, and we talked about that yesterday, what they're seeking. But the important part is XRP, Ripple, they did get their extension. And once again, Ripple just keeps winning everything that's a coin toss here. Ripple's winning. What does that tell you? Think about this. Now we've got, is Ripple, XRP lawsuit, is Ripple looking for a settlement with motion to seal? Now, this is really interesting because if you remember, one of my inside people told me that like the William Hinman deposition would never be released. It would be sealed forever. Nobody's ever going to see it. It could be leaked or whatever, but it's not going to be public information, which is supposedly not standard. Now, look, I'm not going to pretend to be a lawyer up here and certainly argue like one, but I'm certainly not one. I mean, look, we love our lawyers here on the channel. We love our lawyers. But I could not imagine going to school and having to read all those law books. Yeah. Like that to me sounds...
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah, a lot of reading. I struggle to read tweets. They're 140 characters. Jeremy Seipert says, can't wait to celebrate our gains while smoking some cranes. We're going crane hunting with Jeremy in November, right. I think. So excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
But back to this Ripple story. What I'm trying to say here is, it will not surprise me if this ends up coming to pass. There's a settlement and it's sealed forever and nobody ever actually sees what that deposition said. Now, why is that important? Okay. That is extremely important because one of the big reverberating things from this case is going to be what happens to other coins that could be considered securities in the future. If they can take this William Hinman deposition that I believe is clearly going to say that XRP is not a security and that becomes public, then that means that going forward, the SEC has almost no grounds to stand on going after almost any coin. Right? So if it's sealed, they can fight coins that have much fewer and much less powerful lawyers than Ripple has. Because that's what this is about. It's about the level of lawyers that Ripple has. They have the top lawyers in the world going for them right now. So,
and they have a better understanding of this landscape than the SEC does.
Yeah. And funny, isn't it? Funny isn't that I told you that this was coming. I told you this was going to be sealed. And everybody's like, no, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
Here we are.
Evidence. Proven point. The latest update in the ongoing XRP lawsuit indicates a possible twist regarding former SEC executive William Hinman's deposition. Brad Garlinghouse's counsel has filed for a motion to seal exhibits as part of a deliberative process privilege dispute. These include parts of William Hinman's deposition transcript, which were one of the most prominent documents for Ripple to win the lawsuit. Ripple confirmed that the defendants have consulted with the SEC regarding filing the exhibits under seal. Following the preliminary motion to seal, Ripple's counsel filed a letter motioning challenging SEC's improper assertion of privilege, principally deliberative process privilege. The misuse of DPP by the SEC is filed over pending documents from the SEC that are relevant to the lawsuit. Ripple argues the plaintiff has failed to produce vital data despite 2 consecutive orders. We know what it's about. So here's why would Ripple want this sealed? I believe probably there is some damaging stuff to Ripple's business practices that are included in this. Look, there's no arguing. And look, XRP Army, I love you. I am your supreme leader. But as your supreme leader and commander, okay, I have to be honest with you. And we all have to be honest and look at what we're supporting here. And you have to understand, Brad Garlinghouse admitted that they were dumping coins in the bear market to keep their company profitable. Who was that at expense to? The holders. The XRP Army. He kind of did you dirty on that one. That's a fact. Now, whose side are we on this case? Obviously, we're on XRP's side for 100%. We're on Ripple's side. But that did happen. So I believe probably there's some stuff in that deposition that would be coming out that would look bad image-wise for Ripple, which is why they would want it sealed. But meanwhile, while all of this is going on in the United States, well, Ripple's making big moves all across the world. That should tell you something. They've not slowed down a lick. Do you think this company is scared of being getting cut down? Now think, who runs this game? The banks. Who is Ripple working with? The banks. If you believe that the U.S. government is more powerful than the people who run the banks, you are clueless to how our world financial system works. The U.S. government is subservient to the central banks around the world, who are owned by a few entities. I would just say that. Very small amount of people that own most of this stuff. U.S. government subservient to them. So let's think about this. Ripple is making moves with banks around the world. These banks, SBI, Santander, not RBI. I can't remember what the other one was. We just looked at the one in Japan. Okay. I think that was SBI. There are all kinds of banks around the world that they're working with. Okay. I don't have the list right in front of me. These banks already know what's coming with Ripple. They already know they're getting a slap on the wrist. That's why they're working with these banks. These banks are working with Ripple while this lawsuit's going on because they know it's going to go nowhere. So we're looking at another bank here, another ODL partner for Ripple. Ripple Bags, another partner for RippleNet. Ripple is this one about the one? Yeah, the one in South Korea. Yeah, exactly. Ripple is adding to its corridors for providing on-demand liquidity solutions to more users by connecting different parts of the world. In the latest edition is a partnership with one of the prominent companies in South Korea, GME Remittance, to enable faster payments to Thailand. Now, we love Thailand. I love Thailand. I've never been there. Don't really have an interest in going. But I prefer my countries to win or lose. I just want to say it.
Yeah, that's good. That was a good one.
It's a good one. Thanks,
Yeah,
TJ.
I like that one.
Thanks for the support.
You're welcome. I really did.
Even my wife is laughing. Dang it. That one bombed, I guess.
No, it was good.
Was it good?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the timing might.
Are we still doing a show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. This partnership established through SBI Ripple Asia, a joint venture between SBI Holdings and Ripple. It's a bank in India is what it is. Will accelerate and scale payments from South Korea into Thailand with 184,000 Thai nationals residing in South Korea. Thai population is the third largest in the country after Chinese and Vietnamese nationals. RippleNet already homes several South Korean banks to process ODL to Thailand. That's on-demand liquidity. Subhash Chandra Pude, Chief Operating Officer at GME, said, "We chose Ripple as our partner because with RippleNet, we can launch into new countries with new partners within 1 to 2 weeks. This drastically reduced the time to market and provides us with an edge compared to our competitors." And I want to say this over and over and over and over again. I'm going to say this every day probably when we talk about XRP. The key here is RippleNet. The key here are the products that Ripple is offering. XRP is integrated into that technology. People say, well, why can't you just create a software that all the banks can use together? It's very difficult. It's extremely difficult, and Ripple has solved that problem. It's solved. They're coming out with the products. XRP is now integrated in this. The banks slowly but surely are starting to use this. Something 2 years ago I would have told you was crazy. I thought the XRP army was nuts. And be honest, y'all are a little nuts. Let's not nice words here. Y'all are a little crazy. But guess what?
We like it.
So am I.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. We do know I'm a little crazy. Okay, so Ripple continue to add partners. Here we go. Let's move on. Hackers begin returning funds from sensational $600 million crypto heist. This is crazy. Hackers have started to return part. If you don't know what this is, Poly Networks yesterday, over $600 million stolen in a hack, the largest hack of all time in crypto. Hackers have started to return part of a $610 million haul of stolen cryptos in what appears to be a stunning reversal of one of the biggest ever crypto heists. What does that tell you? Inside job.
Yeah.
About $267 million of Ethereum, 252 million of BNB, and roughly 85 million in USDC tokens were taken. So it was Polygon that was taken yesterday.
Yeah, it did.
According to wallet addresses posted on Twitter, looters apparently exploited a vulnerability in Poly network systems to make off with the funds. The hack is thought to be one of the largest ever in crypto, charming the $530 million coin check heist in 2018. Law enforcement in any country will regard this as a major crime, you think, and you will be pursued, the company said. Oh my gosh. That's like it's like when you put the security system sign out in front of your house, but you don't really have one, right? This house is protected. Incredibly, hackers appear to have listened. Around $2 million have been returned so far. The apparent hackers embedded the message, ready to return the fund. What the can't with these people. In an Ethereum transaction on Thursday morning, a second message embedded in a transaction read, "It's already a legend to win so much fortune. It will be an eternal legend to save the world. I made the decision. No more doubt." Do you think this is this broken English, or is this an attempt at broken English and it's not really broken English? What are your thoughts on that? Let me read it again.
Yeah, I was.
Let me read the first one was ready to return the fund. That was number one. Number two, it's already a legend to win so much fortune. It will be an eternal legend to save the world. I made the decision. No more doubt.
Yeah, I think it's a misdirection.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's just broken enough to where you can make sense of it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not broken enough to where, like, it doesn't make sense. So, I think this is a little smoke and mirrors here. I think this is somebody pretending to use broken English that probably is a very good English speaker. Reversal comes after a security breacher said they had identified a trail of digital clues left by the hackers. I think this demonstrates that even if you can steal crypto assets, laundering them and cashing them out is extremely difficult. Now, we do know there was some tether that was frozen on this. In this case, the hacker concluded that the safest option was just to return the stolen assets. So I think this will actually improve confidence in decentralized finance.
Oh, wow.
How does this improve confidence in decentralized finance if somebody stole $600 million? Well, they're going to give it back because they can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
If it were me, now look, I'm not a hacker. I did see the movie Hackers when I was a kid. I was probably in the 5th grade. And I was like, oh, that sounds so cool to be a real hacker,
Mm-hmm.
I went on, we didn't have Google back then. I don't know what we had.
Dogpile.
AOL. Ask Jeeves. Yeah, of course. So I went on Ask Jeeves. I was like, how to become a hacker. I was like, how does Jeeves know all this stuff, So I, you have to download like this WinRAR and all this stuff. I tried it for about 5 minutes. And I said, even in the 5th grade, I'm not nerdy enough for this. So anyways, but the point here is with these hackers, is that, the more, in any good hacker, I believe would know this, the more that you touch something, the more likely you are to get caught.
Yep.
Right? So by this guy coming out and making a statement and returning some of the funds, he's putting himself in even more and more and more jeopardy. So I don't know if he's just not really good, or I would say, I think all this money is going to end up getting returned. Who's going to be like, well, I stole this money. Now I can't do anything back with it. Let me just give it back to the place I stole it from. Most people aren't going to really think like that, I don't believe. Not intelligent people, not intelligent criminals, I would say. It's like you don't return to the scene of the crime. It's very common. You guys know that stuff. So the fact that he's going over and aboard, I'm telling you guys, I believe, and I don't know who it is. I'm not saying it's a CEO. I'm not saying it's somebody specific that, it works on the project or somebody in the community. This was an inside job. I believe for 100%. Somebody exploited this from the inside out, not the other way around. And I'd be looking very carefully at any person who added code to this project on the back end. That's who I would be looking at. It's brought more to the lack of consumer protections, yada, yada, yada. And you know what? Crypto's the only place where you see hackers return stuff. You ever notice that?
It is, yeah. I have. There was a funny tweet from Bitlord last night pretending like he had access and he could help people get it all back and all that stuff. He was just trolling, but they said, be
Bitlord's
careful.
A good troll.
Huh?
Bitlord's a good troll.
He's great.
Look, I personally, I met him before. I really like Bitlord. I like him. I think he's a very misunderstood character in crypto. He's very interesting, though. He's always very nice to me, so I appreciate Bitlord.
Polarizing, for sure.
He is polarizing.
Yeah.
I can relate. Concurrent viewers, 13,300, 5,000 likes. We only need 3,000 more likes, guys.
Come on.
We got 4 more subjects. We got 3,000 more likes. Can we get there to 8,000? If you're watching on mobile, X out of the mobile chat. Just X out of it. Hit the like button. Then the mobile chat icon. Come back. If you're watching on TV, lower left-handed screen, more actions, more options. And then you hit like. Honey, did you like this video? She did like the video. Or what? Are you on Instagram right now? What are you on? On your phone back there? Huh? She's shopping for books. You imagine having the opportunity to come into the studio and watch the BitBoy Crypto channel do work, and you're buying books. That's why I love her.
Sounds like a great life.
Sounds like a great wife. Great life. Okay. This is a tweet, by the way, from this whole thing, hanashiro.eth. This is an address that, this guy basically warned the hacker about this. We talked about this yesterday on Around the Blockchain, but it's pretty funny. A lot of people sending messages to the hacker. So, all right, Mark Cuban likens shutting off crypto growth to stopping e-commerce in 1995. Look how cool Mark Cuban looks in this Cointelelie article. Bitcoin proponent Mark Cuban, he's a proponent. Bitcoin proponent Mark Cuban is certainly unhappy with the tighter rules for crypto businesses introduced in the new infrastructure bill. Oh, somebody said, what is my wife doing back there? They said stalking someone's Facebook.
They also said buying you new shirts.
Buying me new shirts.
Yeah.
Bit Girl Book Club. That's what people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want? We might do a book thing. We're talking about. She loves books more than any human you've ever read or met.
I think that would be fun at some point.
Honey, how many books have you read so far this year? 74.
Wow.
74 like thick books. They thick, boy. They thick.
I knew it.
All right. Leaders in the crypto industry continue to speak up as the bipartisan $1 trillion infrastructure bill, known for implementing tighter rules on crypto businesses and expanding reporting requirements for brokers, passed the U.S. Senate. Billionaire Mark Cuban is one of them. Shutting off this growth engine would be the equivalent of stopping e-commerce in 1995 because people were afraid of credit card fraud. Amen to that. We're regulating the creation of websites because some people initially thought they were complicated and didn't understand what they would ever amount to. Cuban is a vocal advocate for crypto, decentralized finance, including iron finance. The Dallas Mavericks owner is known for enabling the Mavs to accept Bitcoin, Ether, and Dogecoin payments for tickets and merchandise items. He also argued in May that crypto asset prices are increasingly reflective of real utility and demand, and the day will eventually come when crypto is mature to the point we wonder how we ever lived without. That's kind of like how we feel with the Hawks. How do we ever live without Trae Young? Yeah. We could have had Luka Doncic and never won a playoff series, but instead we got Trae Young. We went to the finals. Almost went to the NBA finals. That's a cheap shot on Mark Cuban. You know what? I'm glad. We traded for Trae Young from the Mavericks. You know that?
Yep. Yeah. That's why they'll make that comparison probably for their
forever.
Whole careers. Yeah. Also, Naomi in the chat said she joined the book club.
Naomi would join the chat. Is this your?
Yeah, my mom.
Yeah. Okay, that is your mom. Okay, Naomi's in. I love it. On Tuesday morning, U.S. Senate passed controversial bill. However, the bill caused serious concerns in the crypto community. The problems it will implement tighter rules on crypto businesses, expand reporting requirements for brokers, and mandate the digital asset transactions worth more than $10,000 are reported to the IRS. Senator Pat Toomey, who is among the lawmakers who've written an amendment to the infrastructure bill to exclude certain crypto companies from the reporting requirements for brokers, said the new legislation imposes a badly flawed and in some cases unworkable crypto tax reporting mandate that threatens future technological innovation. Well, that's a deep one right there. Here's the thing. Do we think that this bill is going to stand in its current form? I mean, I don't believe that. No. What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. This is going to get fixed. The way these bills work, and once again, I'm not a legal expert, but they go to the House first. The House comes up with them and drafts them. Then they send it to the Senate. Senate adds amendments, changes it, takes stuff out, adds stuff in at the last second so you don't know, of course. And then they send it back to the House for the final approval. It's the checks and balances here in America. The way our forefathers, the founders of this country, set it up to be. Now, I don't think it's really that way anymore, but anyways, I digress. So the House is still going to have an opportunity to change this. And I think there's absolutely no way that this is going to go in its current form. The broker language is going to get straightened out for sure. I don't see any way it doesn't. Basically, the only reason it got voted on and pushed through was a technicality. Because, look, these bills are like hot potato, okay? You grab onto this bill, you want to shove it to the next place, and you want them to take care of it. I think that's what happened here. Is Chuck Schumer was like, we just got to get this passed. We got to get it in. Because it feels like a win when they all work together and pass something, regardless if it's garbage or not. It's like, we did something, which is amazing for people in the government. No offense to my father-in-law. It's amazing when people in the government actually accomplish things, regardless of how good the quality is. So all he did was, they knew they needed to fix this, but they knew that the House would eventually do something to fix the bill before it goes enacted into law in 2023. So Chuck Schumer said, let's vote on it. Any objections? Shelby from Alabama, had an objection, and so the amendment didn't pass for the crypto, to fix the crypto stuff, and they just threw it to the House. I mean, that's kind of how I see something. Somebody said that they call him Dick Shelby. His name's Richard Shelby. Call him Dick Shelby. I like that. Somebody said my wife is FOMOing into XRP in the background. Mm-hmm. I don't think she knows how to do that. She does have a little crypto portfolio. What's your crypto portfolio worth, hon? You don't know? You can't pull it up? I think it's probably about $2,000. Hey, I'm a generous husband. What can I say? Okay. Let's move on. Next thing. Over how much? Oh, it's over 3,000.
Baller stats.
Wow. What do you own, hon? What do you own? Oh, she owns Synthetics still.
There you go.
Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Uniswap, and Synthetics. So
solid portfolio.
Yeah, how about that? Okay, all right, next story here. Did Coinbase lie? Who would have thought? Coinbase lie about USDs into investors, how it could backfire. Now, I'd say this. I feel like what we're seeing right now, we are watching a real life full board of chess playing out right now. Mm-hmm. We are seeing some people position themselves against Digital Currency Group. Now, we know Digital Currency Group, owned by the financial cartel, Chinese ties. We've done a whole video where we exposed how Li Ka-shing, a Hong Kong tycoon who is tied in to the Chinese CCP, or it's redundant, into the CCP, was one of the early investors directly into Barry Silbert. Barry CCP Silbert is what we can call him, actually. This was done through a series of offshore foundations and charities, and it's bad stuff. This is stuff you see in movies that you don't think is true in real life until you see it for your own eyes. You see that one from Wise Man? I'm not even going to say that out loud, but it's pretty funny. BitBoy Crypto.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay. So anyways, we're seeing some people position themselves against Digital Currency Group. And this is kind of when some of this started, coming to fruition. Thank you, Bernard, for the super chat there. Coinbase, the largest crypto exchange in the U.S., had a long-running advertisement on its platform regarding the second largest stablecoin, USDC. The advertisement promised every dollar paid to investors would be used to back the USDC with $1 in a bank account. Coinbase partnership has proven fruitful for the stablecoin as it managed to become the second largest stablecoin after USDT. The remaining supply is backed by commercial paper, corporate bonds, and other assets, which are not of stable value and might fluctuate as per market conditions. Funny, it's the exact same thing that they say about Tether, right? It's not actually backed by dollars, backed by assets. That's a problem.
Whoa, they're having
What
fun
was
out there.
that?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that sounded exciting.
It did.
There's a material difference and a huge amount of evidence that something backed by dollars held in a bank account is different than something backed by things like U.S. Treasuries or corporate paper. Coinbase went public in April this year with a record valuation on its debut. The USDC advertisement can come back to haunt it. Coinbase could face potential investigation for unfair or deceptive acts or practices, which will amount to just the government getting some money. From December 2018, the earliest saved page available from the Internet Archive to Monday when Bloomberg called, Coinbase on its website described USD coin as backed by dollars held in a bank account. A more in-depth help page about the coin said it was 100% collateralized by a corresponding USD held in bank accounts of the issuer. U.S. lawmakers have already called for regulations around the stablecoin market, pointing toward the lack of disclosures regarding their reserves being a key concern. Earlier, New York Attorney General had filed a lawsuit against Tether, blah, 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 about lying about their reserves, which same thing Coinbase did here. I had actually passed some info about this in the wee hours of the morning about the actual, I don't even know if I can say it, but about the actual person who performed this audit and discovered that this was going on. And what I can say is we are seeing, like I said earlier, we are seeing chess play out. We're seeing some people rise up against the overarching, controlling central bank financial cartel regime that runs this entire world. There are people tired of it. There are big people out there with big money who are tired of this. They want people to have more rights, not less rights, which is the exact opposite of the CCP-backed digital currency group, the financial cartel. Barry Silbert, Barry CCP Bert. That's what I should call him. That's not a good name. Barry Swindlebert. That's a good one. Swindlebert, you like that?
Let's work on it.
Okay, we'll work on it a little bit. I don't want to bury myself too much into the names.
That was good.
Oh, gotta laugh.
Go.
So, anyways, like I said, we're seeing a battle. We're seeing these go back and forth. This doesn't mean that there's any look. They have all the money backing it. That's not the issue. The issue is how they represented that it was back and it's not. And I would actually wonder if maybe this is a loophole where when stable coins become getting regulated, if this is kind of how the government maybe takes over USDC and it becomes a digital dollar.
Makes sense.
Just like I predicted early on.
Yeah. Great prediction.
Tell you what, it's amazing because people will point back to me predicting this.
Yeah.
In videos, and I'll get credit for it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because we'll know.
Coinbase removes backed by US dollars claim for USDC stablecoin. So apparently now they changed it. You know what's funny is Tether did the same thing. Tether did this exact same thing. They changed the language on the website to say pretty much this exact thing. So that's where it first happened when they said, well, not necessarily backed by dollars. And by the way, guys, if you see the pinned chat at the top of the live chat over there, it's Caleb and Brown link. If you guys go sign up for Caleb and Brown, I think our link on the website's messed up. But if you go to that link in the live chat, click on that, sign up for an account, Caleb and Brown, $2,000 transactions, OTC and up. They do all the way up to 7 figures or 8 figures in some cases, I'm sure. You can check that out and you can click that link, sign up. You enter to win $5,000. We're going to hand out $5,000 next week, courtesy of Caleb and Brown. And what was who's in here? Is that Aaron?
Yep.
Hey, Aaron, can you go ask Justin what the Bitverse punk of the week is? Tell him I know that Eternity is the coin for the airdrop, but I need to know the coin. I forgot what it was. I don't have my phone.
That's a good airdrop.
Okay. Oh, so I said, Miss Bitboy, hashtag she has a guy. That's pretty funny.
That is good.
Okay, next, let's move on. Institutions are buying Bitcoin like it's late 2020. That should tell you something. What do we see after late 2020?
Big run.
2021 explosion.
Yeah.
The amount of Bitcoin available on derivatives exchanges hit its lowest since May 11th before the China miner route took hold. Here's a question, TJ. Who is the artist that is famous for these pictures?
You're talking about the never-ending staircase? Yeah. I don't know. Not off the top of my head.
You don't know?
No.
It's MC Escher, which actually was my rap name when I thought I was going to be a rapper. That's a true story.
You were going to be MC Escher?
MC Escher. That's his name. MC Escher. I think he's Dutch, maybe Norwegian, somewhere in Europe, in that neck of the woods. And I thought it was a cool rap name, like MC Escher. You know?
It is.
So, yeah.
Maybe you could be like BB Escher or something.
Thank God we didn't have SoundCloud. That's all I got to say. Thank God SoundCloud was not a thing back then. Bitcoin reserves on derivative exchanges dropped to levels last seen before the May price crash. Institutions repeat Q4 of 2020. Big money's been buying. What have I been telling you? And the whales have been added on. That's from Will Clemente. Exchange balances prove this point, with the derivatives platform seeing a repeat of the trend last witnessed at the end of 2020. These entities, between 450 million and 4.5 billion of their capital allocated to Bitcoin. Institutions have not been put off by any overriding narrative from within or beyond crypto, including China's minor rout since May or the ongoing saga over the U.S. infrastructure bill. As Cointelegraph previously reported, retail exchange balances have already been heading lower for some time. As of Tuesday, total exchange balance figure stood at 2.44 million BTC, a 3-month low. Pomp versus Peter Schiff are live right now. Where are they live at?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Interesting. He said, yeah. Did you ever have a MySpace?
Did I have I did have a MySpace. I used social media very limited back during those MySpace days. So I had one. I think I had like 9 friends. I didn't have a top 8. I was not big, but you know who was my brother. My brother was one of the first people on MySpace, actually. He was probably in the first 1,000 people on there.
Wow.
He was like, oh, check this out. Look at all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. We'd have people show up at our house and be like, who are these weird people with these Chelsea haircuts? So he loved those Chelsea haircuts.
You met that people he met on MySpace?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So, okay. I said Ben versus Vitalik freestyle battle. I would do it.
I think you would win that one.
I hope so.
I would hope so.
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be amazing, though, if it comes out and he just has, like, mad bars and he just starts spitting like crazy?
Look, I'm going to tell you, there's 0% chance that Vitalik would have a good flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just no chance. Like, he could rhyme some words, but the delivery would be robotic. It'd be awful. But it might be so robotic and awful that it actually comes off great. Yeah. It could. I'm not a rapper, though. Okay. All right. Wrong number. How to make American voters care about crypto. The infrastructure bill is just the beginning. Congress must answer to constituents, not to crypto Twitter. What will lawmakers spend political capital fighting for crypto? This is from Emily Parker on CoinDesk. I don't know. Should we get a nickname for CoinDesk? I mean, they're owned by a digital currency group. We should call them DCG's CoinDesk. That's what we should call them. Just to remind everybody. Crypto tax provision helped delay a $1 trillion infrastructure bill, putting a once niche industry at the center of a national story. How much? Here's a question. Well, I got a question from Lee Robert. There's super chat. He says, why stablecoins? Can't we stake in a bear market? Yeah, you can stake in a bear market. It's a good strategy. So here's the thing, though. Is this a national story? Are people outside of crypto talking about this? Because when I read Yahoo News stories about the infrastructure bill, you know how many times they mentioned the crypto amendments?
0.
Absolutely. 0. Okay. Absolutely 0. In crypto, it's all we talk about. This is important to us. Now, obviously, Ted Cruz had a lot of comments on it. They got a lot of attention on Twitter. Got shared a bunch of times. So there was some penetration to the mainstream, but I don't think this was nearly as mainstream of a story as people were saying that it was. Mm-mm. So because after days of twists, turns, and competing amendments, the bill is moving forward with language the critics claim could drive crypto out of the United States. Problem is that many Americans would likely respond with this. So what? And that's exactly what I was saying. That's why, it wasn't really penetrating the mainstream. Mainstream doesn't care about crypto. Man, I tell you what, I just remember, do you know how many, and I'm sure you have this experience too, how many people in 2018 did you try to convince to buy crypto?
Like everybody I talked to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every person you talk to. And look, some may have listened and might have done it, but that number is very few.
Very few.
The people that are not into this, when you try to explain it to them, that is their response. So what? You had the greatest opportunity of your lifetime right in front of you. And I tried to give it to you with an open hand. Maybe even I would have sent crypto to you for free.
Yeah.
It would probably be worth 100x right now. And you said, nah, just not interested. Not interested. I just can't imagine these people.
I can't either. But yeah, I had that exact same experience. Same thing, like people.
And everyone who was here during that time had the same experience.
Yeah. And you're telling everybody and they're ignoring you. And same thing, like if I really cared about them and they were still ignoring me, I'd give them crypto for free. And then that was the best chance I had to hook them.
So let's continue the story. While crypto Twitter has been aflame with pleas to call your senators, much of the general public likely sees this drama as a shady industry's attempt to avoid taxation. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's sad if it is. The infrastructure bill is just the beginning. There are a lot of unanswered regulatory questions around crypto, which means that we will increasingly see the issues come up in Congress, which consists of elected officials. They must answer their constituents, not to crypto Twitter. And there isn't a compelling enough narrative for any of these lawmakers to spend any political capital fighting for crypto. To be fair, the efforts of the crypto lobby have been truly impressive, and a famously decentralized industry has been strikingly on message, with everyone from Jack Dorsey to Elon Musk chiming in. Handful of investors, or a handful of senators, Ron Wyden and the Illumis, Pat Toomey, have been leading the charge. Even if crypto advocates didn't get what they wanted in the infrastructure bill, they seem to make enough noise to compel some senators to reconsider the original bill. But over the longer term, an active crypto lobby will not be enough. It's true that an increasing number of Americans are getting into crypto trading, but they aren't yet a political force. And let me tell you what. We talked about this yesterday. The crypto lobby. I looked into it. Yeah. We are going to look into this. Nice. We are literally going to look into becoming the first crypto lobbying group. The BitSquad lobbying group. I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? Lobbying is such a shisty, sleazy word. Mm-hmm. But if we're going to do it, we might as well swing for the fences, right?
Yeah.
BitBoy versus Lizard people. Well, tell you what. If we're taking on the lobbyists, we certainly are.
Yeah.
We'll do it the right way, though. We've already got a person. I've already decided who's going to be on this. It was my idea to put that person on it. And we're gonna be looking into this. You're gonna hear more about this. This is not something we're gonna just talk about one day and be like, it was great content. Let's just talk about it. No, I want to do this. I want to fight. You guys know I like to fight. Yeah. I want to fight against this. I want to get to where we are making moves, we are making waves, and people have no choice but to listen to us about crypto. Because when you got a bunch of people making decisions on things that they don't understand, that will always lead to dire consequences. And thank God that people spoke up to the effect that senators had to at least consider changing it. And now I believe it will get changed as it heads to the House. It has to be changed, or it will be a black mark for crypto and a black eye for innovation and technology in America. And that ain't something I can stand for. All right, I got to kiss my wife. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.